Good morning. Hope you're well. I'm doing pretty good. And I'll be right back. I need to grab my coffee. It's my Monday and everybody else's Saturday. But you can still hear me, so I can still talk. Awesome, huh? That's the beauty of Bluetooth technology. So it's a lavalier wireless mic I picked up from Amazon Prime for the rich price of $10. No, $20. So good investment. Obviously, you can still hear me and loud and clear, right? Hopefully. Hang on 1 second here. Gotta throw a little heat up on this thing here. There we go. So happy Saturday to everybody. Hopefully, it will be. I got a new toy I'm going to show you. Here, can you hear this? Yeah, that was the microwave. All right, there we go. Much better. So, try not to slurp because the microphone picks it up really well. I got a new toy right here. It's a guitar pedal called a Metal Zone, and it's made by Boss, and it's near brand new condition, and I snagged it for freaking $40. So good deal. It's one of my favorite guitar pedals of all time. It does distortion, thrash, heavy metal, like galore, man. It's the perfect heavy metal distortion pedal. I was looking for one for the longest time. I finally got the right deal. So I feel pretty good. I'm a little bit sore, but I think I'm well enough to go to the gym today and, do 5 days instead of just 4. Sorry about that. Slurping again, but coffee's a little hot. So I was just watching Maya, this Indian girl. She's only 14. And she's the girl that did the guitar on America's Got Talent. She's the little Indian girl that did the heavy metal song on there, and she had her own little Indian flair to it. And she's taken off, man. She's only 14 or 15 or something like that, maybe even younger. She might be only 13, but she's just a little kid, right? And I just watched her do a song on stage with Testament, and she did the lead and everything, man. This little girl can shred, man. Like, she's better than me at 13 than I've ever been in my entire life, man. You're gonna definitely see this girl in the scene, and she's already famous, man. For I think she won the America's Got Talent competition too with Simon Cowell. I think she won that, so she's really taken off, man. She's just this. You would never know this little girl can just. She's a rock star. You'd never know. If you got the skill, you got the skill, man. And I'm so glad that people recognized it. There's so much talent out there that's not recognized that, could be, but it's not only having the talent that gets you places, it's having the stability mentally, physically to actually get up in front of all them people and pull this stuff off and pull it off really well. That's where the magic really lies. And that's where I've always kind of struggled myself, was getting up and getting up in front of a lot of people and being comfortable enough to play very well. And that's where I've always kind of struggled with that, because you have to be mentally stable. Like you have to be emotionally stable, or else your nerves are going to get the best of you, man. Because when you're up in front of all them people, and if you're not emotionally stable, it's going to come through your body, man. You're going to be going into like fight or flight mode, really. And now that I look back, most of the time that I did shows in front of people, I was in fight or flight mode, man. And that's why I kind of struggled a lot when I had to perform in front of people. It got to my nerves. It affected my playing. I mean, I played sloppy or I forgot parts, and it just was really hard for me. I struggled playing in front of people, especially big crowds. It was nerve wracking, man. Like, I remember I would get nervous the day I found out about the show, and it could have been months ahead of time. I'd start getting nervous about the show because I knew that the show time would get there eventually, and I'd have to get up in front of all them people and perform. And usually the songs that we did were hard. They were hard to pull off even when you're not nervous. So it was a challenge, man. And I give that little Maya girl props, man, for being, able to do that at such a young age, man. That she's going to be going places. She already has gone places, man. She's up there with my favorite band of all time, in front of all them people pulling that stuff off. Cheers to her, man. Cheers to Maya. I can't remember her last name right now, but I'll put a link to her YouTube and her Facebook in the description section of this video, man. And she is just, inspirational to me, and I'm sure to a lot of other people, man. And go girl power, man. Go, man. She's awesome. Women are getting into metal, man, a lot more than I've ever seen, man. And they're actually playing as good as the dudes out there, man. They're hanging. They can hang, the girls these days. So that kind of blew me away watching her. I just watched it this morning too. I didn't know she did that. I know she was on America's Got Talent, and she's been getting a lot of support from the metal community, like Exodus and everybody. And pretty amazing little girl, man, But I slept pretty good, and I was dreaming crazy, man. Crazy dreams. Don't even want to get into it because it was like nothing burger. I mean, it's more like work. I was like, work. I was at some sink somewhere, like, I don't know where I was, but it was like big sink, right? Metal sinks, like a kitchen at a restaurant, but I wasn't in a restaurant. And I was cleaning out some part of a motorcycle engine, and the grease was stuck in there. And I remember I was trying really hard to get the grease out, and it wouldn't come out. And then it was sticking on the sink when it did come out, and it was like frustrating me. And then I don't know, this one chick that was in that dream, I was so vivid. Like, I don't know who she was, but she was somebody, man. And it's weird how your brain can make, I don't know if it's someone that I've seen somewhere in my life somewhere that I don't know, but I just seen them, or your brain just has this ability to either create a person, it looks like an actual person, or maybe like there's more to it than I think. Maybe I'm seeing someone from a different dimension. I have no idea. But this person was a girl. She was a female. She had brown hair, white girl. She looked a little bit like Brooke Shields, but she was a little heavier set. And vivid, this is a person, man. Like, this was a person. Pretty cute girl, but I remember there was some thoughts I had about her in the dream, but not sure where I'm going with this. But it's just amazing how your brain can conjure up an actual person, maybe out of nothing, or maybe it's tapped into a different uh you know matrix or something. I don't know, man, but it's a trip. You know how you dream about people you never met before, but they're so vivid that and real that's like, how did your brain do that? Where did that person come from? Where is this person, if this person even exists, right? It's so trippy, man, your brain. So that's how that. I slept pretty good, man. Little bit sore. Had a hard time falling asleep last night. I don't know why. Just wasn't tired. But finally got back to sleep. Got up, had a little kombucha, watched some, YouTube, and went and laid back down. And finally fell asleep. Probably got 6 hours sleep. It's enough. Sorry. Damn. So, I was thinking about that debate, of course, between Camel Toe Harris and Trumpster. And apparently, the host, the one, I don't know her name, but she's the female host of CBS that did the debate with the other guy. Well, that's Kamala Harris's sorority sister, apparently. So talk about biased. Come on, CBS. What the hell, dude? That's her sorority sister. Of course, she's going to be totally biased. And CBS totally set Trump up, man, which is complete BS. And that's they need to be ashamed of themselves because they set Trump up in a trap, big time, man. And that's not cool. That is not cool, man. You got to give Trump credit for stepping into a major lion's den on that one, man. And he still held his ground, I think. And I look back. I'm not the only one that noticed this. Everything Kamala said, she kept repeating. It was all scripted on her part. She was looking at her notes. She had an earpiece in. I did investigate the earrings she had on, and they looked exactly like the earpieces that look like earrings. And I do believe someone was in her ear coaching her the whole time. She's just parroting what she's hearing in her ear, because in live time, they can listen to Trump and be fast enough to talk for Kamala, and she just says what she hears. And I believe that's what she was doing. If you're sharp and on your toes, you can do that. You just say what you're hearing after Trump, respond to Trump. She just says what she's, maybe some of the time if she don't hear something in her ear, she has to come up with something, and maybe she's got notes, and all her responses are probably, I would say they were she responded the same to quite a few of the things that she was supposed to respond to. It was very scripted. She remembered her lines very well, and she remembered her responses, her scripted responses very well, and it was all complete bullshit on her part. It was a sham. It was all set up. It was a big fraudulent debate that was all one-sided against Trump 100%, and it was not fair, man. And no one's going to convince me that it was, especially knowing that was her sorority sister. Man, unbelievable. She did not win that debate because she cheated in that debate, and it was a setup, is what it was, and that pisses me off. They did that to Trump. That's all they know. They can't beat Trump. Straight up, they can't beat him, so they got to pull antics like that and make a big setup and try to. It was like he was on trial, man. It's exactly what it was. It was definitely like putting Trump on trial, man. And I hope it helped his polls, and then of course the talking heads of the mainstream media say it was a clean sweep for Kamala Harris. Well, in their eyes, it probably was, because it was a big setup, man, and Kamala said exactly what she was supposed to say, what they wanted her to say. And Trump stuck with the facts and the truths. And I think Trump won, personally, because his shit wasn't scripted. It was his responses were based on truth and facts. Okay? Where Kamala's was all scripted. Her bullshit, lies, and fake promises were all scripted. She was already had her rebuttals scripted and everything, because she knows what Trump's plan is. She knows what Trump's all about. She knows Trump's truths and facts. She knows. And yeah, not everything Trump said was true, because information wars, where he got the information about the Hades eating the cats and dogs and geese, that was one of the truths that probably weren't true. And that just boils down to what the information wars, where he got his information from. Kind of bit him on the ass on that one, I would say. But that's what I said. Most of this shit that we get these days is information wars. You have to be the fly on the wall in the room when it actually happened, or else you really don't know. And that goes for Trump and Kamala, you know? Like I said before, I hate it when I get proven wrong, because I got my information from the wrong source, and the source I got my information from got their shit from the wrong source. So we all got it wrong, you know? And that goes for even our presidents and our vice presidents and former presidents. They all receive false information. And unfortunately, Trump got caught on a couple of things, and so did Kamala. But not unfortunate for Kamala, because I want her to get caught on bullshit. And she does too. She gets caught on lies all the time. She lied her ass off that whole time in that debate. And, you know, they didn't fact check her. They only fact checked Trump. And the guy had he had already had fact checks ready to go for Trump. And that's how set up it was against Trump. And it pisses me off. So that was a totally unfair debate. I wish Trump would do another debate, but in a independent agency to produce it. Not CBS, not NBC, not CNN. None of these people that are against Trump and that are totally biased. An independent production company that would hold the debate would be more like it. Because to me, that was not a real debate. That was Trump on trial, is what that was. And that's why I got so frustrated and pissed, because I sensed something was wrong when I was watching it live. I was like, this something's wrong here, man. Something just don't seem right. Why do they keep interrupting Trump? Blah, blah, blah. It was like, man, it seems like they're ganging up on him, and something seems unfair. And it was, after all, it was. My gut was telling me something was wrong and it wasn't fair. And it turns out it totally was not fair. It was biased. It was a big setup, a trap. And poor Trump walked right into it. And that's why his demeanor was the way it was. His gut was telling him something's wrong here too. You know, Trump's smart. He's a human. He's got instincts and stuff, and his instincts were telling him the same thing mine were. Something's wrong here. Something's bullshit here. And that's why his demeanor was the way it was, man. His gut was screaming at him. Foul play, foul play. And Trump's, still Trump, man. He still held his ground. And, I could tell he was frustrated and pissed, just like I was watching it. And how I really felt afterwards, after I started finding out certain things about CBS and how they ganged up on him. It was like 3-on-1, 4-on-1. The two hosts, Kamala and whoever is in Kamala's ear, man, were all ganged up on Trump there. And that's bullshit, man. Not bullshit is like I'm lying. That's bullshit that they did that to him. Sorry. But anyways, it's my Monday. It's just the hardest day of my week, getting going for the whole week, But we got some things done this weekend. Still didn't get the window done, the broken window, but he got the glass set up and lined up, and he's going to do it today when I get off work. He's got everything done. He's got the fake grass going in, got the trees out, the stumps out, fake grass is going in. and he's pulling some more trees, and I'm trying to pace him out a little bit because he's going to put me in the poorhouse if I let him keep going. So I got to put it after he's done with this front here. I'm going to tell him to wait a while because I got to save up some more money. But it's just renovations and shit that it costs money because I'm not going to do it myself. I don't have time to do it myself or the energy to do it myself right now. Because if I let this guy keep going, he's gonna wipe out my account because he'll just keep going and keep lining up job after job after job. Next thing I know, the guy's rebuilding my whole fucking house. Excuse my French. So I gotta control him, not let him line up more jobs. Not this soon, but he's gonna help me. But I just can't afford that much help. I gotta watch it. I'm not made of money. I have to earn every penny I have. It's not easy sometimes either. It's hard to get up and get my ass down there 5 days a week. Uh, every day, the whole year. I only get 2 days off a week, and that's it. When I get off work after 8 hours every day, I don't feel like doing a whole lot, and I'm trying to get in shape on top of all that. And that takes some time, and it takes energy, and I'm trying to recover between work and working out. It kind of almost taps me out, and I don't have energy to be like renovating my house, and I barely have enough just to keep up with the basics around here, really. God forbid anything happens to me health-wise, knock on wood, to make things a lot harder. That's part of the reason why I'm getting in shape, and I quit drinking, I got sober. I quit doing drugs, I got sober, clean and sober, is because I have so much on my plate. I'm getting older. Health is the most important thing to me right now, because if I don't have that, my whole life crumbles. So what's more important, my whole life or some drugs and alcohol? That's a no-brainer. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I have no choice. I'm on my own. I'm a big boy. I'm an adult. I have to take care of myself because no one else is going to do it. So that's the life of me. So I just got to keep my nose clean and stay healthy to keep my current situation going, and hope that nothing comes out of nowhere and blindsides me. You know what I'm saying? So life is kind of a hack sometimes. I mean, a lot of people are delusional. They think, I'm guilty of it too. You have this mental security blanket, right? But it's not real, especially when you get older. It's not real. You really are on your own on this rock we live on. We really are on our own. You can't bank on anybody to help you these days. You just have to. You're afloat or you're not, or you're out there on your ass on the rock on the planet. And that's what kind of helps keep me going a little bit. I've been out there before. I've been on my ass. I've been homeless. I've been flat broke out there in the world, and I found a way to survive because of myself. I figured it out. I did get some help from people, but you can't rely on that. You can't bank on that. Just because it was like that before doesn't mean if it happened to me again, it's going to be like that again. It could be way worse. There's no limit because life is a hack anyways. It's anything goes, man. You can't rely on anything. The only thing you can rely on, if you choose to, and is yourself. Really, you can rely on yourself, and that's where I'm at. I'm getting healthy so I can rely on myself, so I can survive myself, because nobody else is doing it for me. You know, if I want to be irresponsible and do drugs and alcohol and not take care of myself, my world can come tumbling down because I can't rely on myself. So that's about where I'm at with it, and that's pretty much why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, I can't afford to take liberties on my health anymore, or my situation, or any of my friends, right? Or my family. What little bit of family I have, or what little bit of friends I have, I can't take liberties on them. They're out there trying to survive themselves. So that's in a nutshell, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I have to. And plus, you know, I feel better, man. I honestly feel much better in life right now, being clean and sober, than I pretty much more than I've ever have my entire life. Since I was a kid, I haven't felt this good. You know, I started dabbling in drugs and alcohol when I was a teenager. So off and on through my whole life, it's been kind of an anchor to my life. And I'm over it. I'm over it. I want to try life. I would like to try the rest of my life just me, with nothing anchoring me down as far as drugs and alcohol go. And, you know, I want to get into the shape of my life in my 50s. I'd like to get into the shape of my life, which I know I can, because I know what kind of shape I've been in the past. And I think I can catch that and surpass it, even in the age of, you know, my mid 50s. All I got to do is keep at it, keep my nose clean, and focus on my health, and it'll happen. You know, even though I get a little more sore these days, and the soreness lasts a little longer, but that's just because of my age, really. There's nothing I could do about that. But you know what? Pain is gain. Pain is weakness leaving the body, man, is what it is, really. So I'm going to stick to the grind, get my day going, get me some breakfast going here. Got some fresh fruits for my oatmeal, and let's get her done. So thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate the support, and stay tuned for whatever comes up, man. So, all right, there we go. Y'all have a good day. We'll catch you later.